the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. To throw is Palmer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Palmer will throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff as they run the counter play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. There you go, play action with Palmer. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jalen Phillips, the former 1st-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Palmer. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
Second and 1.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Give him 18 on the play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws. close.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down carry for Henry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw here.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bates. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Second and 4.
And he's got it. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A 10-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
His throw incomplete.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
on first down. He'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Zimmerman.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on third down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now it's Palmer. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. Inside handoff, Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Bates. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make them play.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bates. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Zimmerman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer. But I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Palmer. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and their offense has been in top form. So
looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's Palmer. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's a pickup of 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And coming out now, the Broncos. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Palmer to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. On second down now. It's Zimmerman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit. You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Haskins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Rodgers to throw once more. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches. And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Right back to Spiller on second down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
On second down, Spiller looking for space.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
On third down, it's Spiller.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Smith here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason. But that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late.
And this is caught at the 8.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. So the Broncos now down by a field goal, and time a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted, hung on.